Hello again. Thanks for being here. I'm now going to take 2 random RAM chips from the machine, that I just tested in the other pet. I'm taking them out of the good bag. I'm going to find my glasses, which are over here. This is actually a little closer, so they may be better. But I am going to find other reading glasses that would be handier. So, check the witness mark. Check the pins. And put it in. And here is another. Check the witness mark put in. Now, from what I saw the last time I kind of tried this, I'm suspecting this is going to come up squirrely. And it does. Much the same kind of squirrely. As things were before. Now, what does this mean? I'm not sure. What I think I really need to do, because this was working okay, is go at, hello Penny, the chocolate. I'm going to put these round chips back in this bag. I am indeed. Well, what to do. Yeah, these, yeah. Alright, you know what, the last thing I'm going to do, just because I can and I'm here, is I'm going to double check the screen RAM chips in this pet, in the other pet. Just a moment. Alright, we're back inside of the pet. I'm just going to turn it on. This is the original machine. I'm going to turn it on. I'm going to turn it off. I'm just going to take a RAM chip from this machine, the second machine, out. Gonna look at the pins, they look fine. Oh, I guess I need, before I can put a chip into this one, I need to take a chip out. So I will set that there, knowing that that is the one that I just took out. And I will check the witness mark, and I will line it up carefully, and I will put it in, and I will turn it on. It's good. So, I will take it out, and I will put it back from where it came. I think I will anyway, sometimes. Every socket, there we go. We're back in. And we will take out the other chip, and we will put it in as carefully as can be, putting down the screwdriver but not losing it. And we're in, and we're in. And what do we see? We're good. Okay, so we know that the screen RAM chips are good on the other machine. Let's just see if we can get. Alright, the sockets back in. So we have good chips. We do. Now there. Oh, right. Somewhere in here should be 2 good chips and heavy duty sockets. And I have found them. And these were the sockets that were in here. I'm suspecting they were put in to combat the chocolate. I call these shark tooth sort of sockets because the pins are very strong. And you know, with the chocolate, it really doesn't feel like those are, I mean, they're in. But let's just see, do we still see horrible things on the screen? Yes, we do. This is also one of those times you wonder, did something else go squirrely? But I don't think so. So let me just check. Yeah. It looks like I'm going to try something. I'm going to take the one RAM chip out of the socket. I'm going to set it down. And I'm going to grab another RAM chip from the bag. And I am going to, I know you can't see this, I know it's exciting, I'm going to put a different RAM chip into the upper socket. Oh, pins a little bit. Always check the pins. And I'm going to get that very well situated in there. And even the shark tooth pin seems a little bit. Alright. Now we're going to put that one in there and just see if it makes any difference as to what we're seeing on the screen. And it does not. Alright. So, and we know these RAM chips are good, so I'm going to yank this second one out of the socket. This is also to make sure that even though, oh boy, that is really stuck. Just checking to make sure the pins are not bent. And they are not. So I'm going to take another RAM chip out of the bag that are just freshly tested. And I'm going to insert it with great care into this other socket before I put this socket into the board. And that is snug, and that is tight, and that is good. Alright, everything's good, everything's fine, and it's still going to come up squarely. Yes, it does. Well, I'm going to try something. Because, of course, from what I understand, this machine really just needs the 4 RAM chips. Just for fun. not for fun. But anyway, I have the machine still has all the RAM chips in it. I'm just swapping out the next two in line. And there's a little bit of a bent pin here. All right. Aha, I just dropped the screwdriver. All right, I'll turn this on, and we're going to see exactly the same thing, I'm sure. Yes, we do. All right. So I am thinking more and more that what we have here is chocolate troubles, which I guess had been somewhat overcome, but really. And we are going to see the same crud on the screen. Yes, we are. Alright, I'm just going to take this shark tooth socket out. I'm going to double check the witness mark and everything. I'm going to take both of these sockets out. I'm going to look very carefully at the chips. And they are okay. They're in the right configuration. I'm swapping them now. But you know, it just doesn't feel like they do go in very far. I'm just taking one RAM chip out, putting it in the bag. And I will swap another into the shark tooth socket, which there is a slightly bent pin. The shark tooth socket does seem to want things to be exactly exact, and that is fine. It is much easier to work with when it is in your hands. Although I am having difficulty getting this in. Come on. Why? Oh, why? Alright, I'm going to try the other side. And I'm just pushing the pins ever so slightly to get, as I was saying, this thing wants you to be very exact. And it is giving me grief. This chip really does not want to go in. But why? Everything looks fine. It all looks good. Oh, there's a pin that is showing signs of stress. Alright, let's line these suckers up again. Oh, okay. cannot say I've ever had quite as much trouble. Maybe what I need to do, because oftentimes when I put chips in, I try and get them lined, oh, there's one that's off a bit, lined up on one side and then tweak the other side. You know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to go to the bag and get another chip, because that one just doesn't, it's just not happening. So I have another chip, and I'm lining it up just so, and pushing, and it too does not really want to go in. Oh, bother. Why? Why? Could there be something wrong with this socket? I don't think so. Oh boy. Aha. Okay. The chip is in. We'll put it into the board, and we're going to get the same result. I'm going to push it in and wiggle it a bit. Turn it on, and it's going to be the same. Well, that's strange. Well, it's not the same. Now, I'm getting absolutely nothing on the screen. This eerily reminds me of when I was first messing with this pet, and I was having trouble, and it was getting frustrating as hell. I'm thinking more and more that there is socket trouble here. So I guess we're just sort of being overcome. Oh yeah, there we are. Junk on the screen. Alright, so what is the plan now? Sorry, I know you're still looking at the other machine here. It's time to clean the chocolate. And in order to do that, I'm going to go get, first of all, I'm going to get some other glasses, not these ones. And, oh, Penny's in the chair. And rubbing alcohol, toothbrush stuff, etc., etc., etc. Yes. I'm wondering if another RAM chip has gone bad, but I don't think so. Anyway, I'm going to try and deal with the chocolate. The other thing I'm going to do in the midst of that is I'm going to make sure that this pet is not at all even plugged in. Not at all. So, slow, methodical, boring. But in the end, hopefully, all is well and good. Thanks for coming. Bye for now. Hello, thanks for coming. The first thing I'm going to do, which will probably do nothing at all, but I have this spray can here, is I'm going to take and spray some of this stuff into the sockets. machine is completely unplugged. This stuff does say it leaves no residue. So I'm going to leave that there. And I'm going to go and look for rubbing alcohol and a toothbrush and see what I can do. I think I'm going to focus mostly on the sockets, but I will try and get the other stuff off the circuit board as well. I shall. So here we go. Hello. Thanks for being here. So normally I use rubbing alcohol for cleaning inside of keyboards. But today, and I'm not sure if I should be using a dropper or not. Anyway, power is disconnected. I have a bottle here. I'm going to pour some onto this board, and then I'm going to scrub it. Mostly into the sockets. I put some spray cleaner. Now I'm not going to turn this machine on probably for at least a day. Anyway, I'm hoping that this will clean out the contacts. It would also be nice to get this goo off the board. Now, as I say, oh no, there's some traces. There's over here especially, there's a few little traces. At the moment, I don't see that much is happening in terms of the movement of chocolate. And also, I must remember this stuff, I don't know how long it's been here, but it's basically become more than a solid. And I don't see a whole lot of residue on the brush, indicating that I think it's still quite embedded. Maybe there's something else that would help. Like even on this socket, I'm not sure how much you can see here, but this socket in the middle, there is definitely a chocolate buildup, and it is not going anywhere. It's really infused. Like it isn't just a little layer of sponge. Oh dear. Yeah, it's really, it's almost like it's been painted on. Let me just see what I can see here with my light. Yeah. Well, it may be that if I leave it here to dwell, things might loosen up a bit. I guess much like any toothbrush operation, I'll try and pick away. But initially, well, is that looking a little bit looser? Like, you know, I can often tell by what I see, like on the brush, and I see nothing. Oh dear. Well, I think I'm going to try and dump a little bit more on here and try and get it right between, right into the pin, into where the sockets are, and let it soak. I think. Because right now, the sockets are kind of full. They are. And I know this stuff will, you know, make its way away. I do also see that the board, you know, this stuff has flowed some. So I guess what we're at now is I've just got to sit. Well, I don't have to sit and watch and wait. I just have to let it soak and see if anything good happens. Maybe I should go to YouTube and see if there's anything that somebody else suggests. See that, I don't know if you can see that, but the brush is not covered in chocolate at all. It's just not. Oh well. We will carry on. I mean, really, if the chocolate isn't doing anything bad, maybe I need to take the sockets out. Yes, Andrew, I'm just finishing up here. Anyway, thanks for coming. Stay tuned. Bye for now.